Have you ever felt your heart constrict from the harsh words or cruel actions of others? Have you ever wished they could understand the pain they've caused so they could experience the hurt they inflicted on you? True revenge doesn't lie in harsh words or violent actions, but in your proud silence and radiant success. When those filled with envy and jealousy witness you rising above all difficulties, shining in your own way, that is the most fitting response, leaving them to gnaw on regret and envy. What if I told you the most effective way to deal with those who want to bring you down isn't to fight, argue, or prove yourself, but to live a life where they can't touch you? There's a hidden power in calmness, a confidence that emanates from silence, and an unshakable resilience in staying true to yourself. Ancient philosophers, particularly the Stoics, understood this well. They taught that we cannot control how others perceive us, but we can control how we react. Think about it. Every time someone insults you or tries to make you feel small, they're seeking a reaction. They want to see you flustered, angry, or defensive. Why? Because when you react, they win. Your anger or frustration fuels their negativity and gives them control over your emotions. But what happens when you don't react? What happens when you meet their malice with calmness, their insults with indifference? Suddenly their power dissipates. They become frustrated because they can't shake you. That is the power of silence. The power of living a life unaffected by the negative words and actions of others. That's when you truly regain control of your life and shine in your own unique way. In this video, we will explore 9 subtle yet powerful strategies drawn from Stoic philosophy to get back at those who have looked down on and belittled you. These aren't petty tricks, but methods to help you develop yourself, build a fulfilling and happy life, and make those people look up and regret losing you. But before we delve into these powerful Stoic lessons, I want you to take a moment to reaffirm your self-worth. Leave a comment below this video saying, "I am not easily defeated," because that's the first step in embarking on a journey of self-transformation, overcoming all difficulties, and becoming the best version of yourself. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos on this inspiring journey with us. We'll explore profound philosophies, inspiring stories, and practical lessons to help you live a more meaningful and happy life. Let us accompany you on the path to conquering yourself and achieving extraordinary things. Number 1. Staying calm when provoked. In life, we often encounter situations that make us feel agitated and lose our composure. But think of someone you admire, a role model who exudes confidence and calmness in the face of adversity. It could be a public figure, a mentor, or even a close friend. What is it about them that earns your respect? Perhaps it's not their ability to argue eloquently or prove their adversaries wrong, but rather their strength in silence, unwavering calm, and refusal to be drawn into petty conflicts. They don't feel the need to fight every battle because they know who they are and what their core values are. They live with integrity, and that alone is enough to disarm their critics. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. Those you admire may have internalized this philosophy. They understand that a person's worth is not determined by winning every argument, but by maintaining inner peace amid the storms. They do not allow the provocative words or actions of others to disturb their mental state. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Keep a sense of calm." You possess this strength within you as well. It's not about being perfect or never being affected by what others say. but about recognizing that your value is not determined by others' opinions. You cannot stop others from speaking or doing negative things, but you have the power to choose how to respond. The more you live true to your values, the less control those who seek to harm you will have. They are only granted power when you allow them to disturb your peace. Once you are confident in who you are, others' opinions will gradually lose their impact. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Remember, your strength lies in your calmness and your ability to maintain a steady mindset in the face of adversity. As long as you keep your inner peace, no one can shake you. Number 2, learning to let go of the need for approval from others. This is an important step in personal development and achieving inner peace. Those who try to hurt you often do so because they believe they can influence how others perceive you. They want to damage your reputation or make you doubt yourself. However, when you stop caring about what others think of you, when you let go of the need for external validation, you take away their power. Your sense of self-worth becomes tied to who you truly are, not to how others see you. This is when living in alignment with your core values becomes more important than ever. When you act according to what you believe in, with honesty and kindness, you don't need to defend yourself against judgments or opinions. Your actions will speak for themselves. And even if there are people who attempt to tarnish your image, their efforts will ultimately be in vain, as the light of your integrity and sincerity will outshine any false accusations. Imagine someone is spreading false rumors about you. Their goal is to harm your reputation and make you feel insecure and unsettled. But if you know that you have acted with integrity, those rumors will not be able to shake you. You will stand firm because you understand that the truth will eventually come to light. While waiting for that to happen, you can continue to live peacefully, pursuing your values and goals, unaffected by the negativity around you. Letting go of the need for approval from others does not mean you stop caring about those around you or become insensitive. Instead, it means focusing on what truly matters: integrity, kindness, and self-belief. When you live according to your own beliefs, your confidence is built on a solid foundation that no one can break. You are free to be yourself, not the version others expect you to be. Number 3, remember that silence is the wisest response. When faced with stressful situations, provocations, or even attacks from others, our natural reaction is often to respond, argue, or explain to defend ourselves. However, these reactions can sometimes drag us into a negative cycle, making the situation more complicated and difficult to manage. On the other hand, silence demonstrates absolute emotional control. When you say nothing, you are sending a powerful message that you are not swayed by the words or actions of others. You do not allow them to manipulate your emotions. This not only helps you maintain your calm, but also prevents you from doing or saying things you may regret later. Silence gives you time to think, to reflect, and to make the most appropriate decision in every situation. Moreover, silence creates ambiguity for your opponent. When you say nothing, they cannot understand your thoughts, feelings, or intentions. This leaves them disoriented, unsure of how to approach you. This ambiguity can become a significant advantage for you because your opponent has no basis to evaluate or retaliate. They will have to speculate to guess, and the more they try to understand you, the more confused they will become. Silence is also a way to create a safe distance for yourself. In arguments or conflicts, being silent does not mean you are weak or accepting defeat. On the contrary, it is a sign of confidence and wisdom. You are choosing not to engage in a meaningless struggle, protecting your peace and focusing on what truly matters. Therefore, remember that silence is sometimes the most powerful weapon. It not only helps you master your emotions, but also prevents your opponent from getting any information about you. In many cases, silence is the wisest answer. Number 4. Observing the opponent. Observing others is not only an essential skill in communication, but also an effective way to learn and develop oneself. Each person we meet has unique characteristics, behaviors, and ways of thinking from which we can draw valuable lessons. For instance, when facing someone with strong persuasive abilities, you can pay attention to how they use body language, tone of voice, and present their arguments to influence others. You can then apply these techniques to your own life and work. Moreover, observation helps you gain a deeper understanding of how others handle difficult situations. For example, when witnessing someone resolve a conflict or deal with criticism, you can learn how they remain calm, respond intelligently, and manage their emotions. These are skills that you can apply when facing similar situations in the future. Observation also enables you to identify the strengths and weaknesses of others. This insight not only allows you to learn from them, but also helps you find ways to collaborate or avoid unnecessary conflicts. Additionally, observing others with respect and an open mind helps build better relationships, fostering deeper and more genuine connections. Ultimately, remember that every person you meet has something to teach you, whether it's a lesson on what to do or what to avoid. Personal growth does not only come from your own experiences, but also from carefully listening to and observing the world around you with attention and sensitivity. Number 5. Observing your emotions. Every day, we encounter numerous situations that can stir our emotions. A criticism from a colleague, an argument with a loved one, or even negative news on social media. If we are not aware of our emotional responses, we can easily be swept away by waves of anger, anxiety, or sadness, leading to impulsive actions that may harm others and ourselves. When observing your emotions, it is important to learn how to recognize and understand them without judgment. Imagine that you are an observer standing outside, looking into your mind and heart with curiosity and acceptance. For example, when you feel angry because of someone's careless remark, pause and ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? Where is this emotion coming from? Is it truly related to what was said? Or is it stemming from a deeper fear or wound from the past? By doing this, you will gradually realize that your emotions do not always reflect reality accurately, but are often automatic responses that you have formed over time. Moreover, observing your emotions helps you respond more consciously to external influences. Once you understand the nature of your emotions, you will no longer be swept away by them. For instance, instead of reacting harshly to criticism, you can calmly listen, analyze, and choose to respond wisely. This not only helps you maintain inner peace, but also demonstrates maturity and strength in any situation. Furthermore, observing your emotions allows you to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Every emotion that arises carries a message about what you value, your fears, or the expectations you have of yourself and others. When you can objectively acknowledge these things, you will gradually learn to let go of unrealistic expectations, thereby living a more peaceful and free life, unperturbed by external influences. Number 6. Understanding that your emotions are impermanent. Emotions, whether positive or negative, are inherently temporary and do not last forever. They come and go like waves on the ocean, rising high and then calming down, constantly changing. Recognizing this will help you avoid being swept away by intense emotions and prevent them from controlling your actions and decisions. When faced with negative emotions such as anger, sadness, or anxiety, remember that they are merely temporary states. Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and observe your emotions. Let them pass naturally, just as you would watch clouds drift across the sky without clinging to or trying to change them. By doing so, you can avoid impulsive actions that you might later regret. On the other hand, positive emotions like joy and happiness are also not permanent. Understanding that joy does not last forever will help you appreciate moments of happiness more deeply while maintaining a calm mindset amidst life's changes. When you know that all emotions will eventually pass, you will no longer fear or cling to any particular state. Instead, you can face every situation with calmness and equanimity. Realizing the impermanence of emotions helps you live a more balanced life, unaffected by the ups and downs of life. This is the key to achieving inner freedom, allowing you to be more confident and resilient in any circumstance. Number 7. Putting yourself in the other person's position. When we see things from another person's perspective, we can better understand what they are going through, their emotions, pressures, and challenges. Actions that may seem unfair or unpleasant to us might actually stem from their hidden pain, anxiety, or lack of confidence. This way, we not only see their outward behavior, but also comprehend the underlying reasons, giving us a more comprehensive and empathetic view. When someone behaves negatively toward us, our natural reaction is often anger, hurt, or resistance. But if we pause and try to put ourselves in their shoes, we may realize that they are also just human, with their own fears and insecurities. For example, a colleague who competes intensely might do so because they feel insecure about their position, or a friend who speaks harshly might be going through personal struggles they don't know how to express. Understanding the other person's perspective doesn't mean agreeing with all their actions, but it helps us recognize that everyone has their own story, their own journey to face and overcome. When we truly understand and empathize, we reduce judgment, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and build deeper connections with those around us. This not only improves our relationships with others, but also brings peace to our own hearts. Seeing issues from the other person's perspective is an act of compassion and maturity that helps us become a better version of ourselves, one that is more capable of listening and empathizing with others' difficulties. Number 8. Recognizing that if you resist, you have already lost to them. When someone intentionally provokes, irritates, or hurts you, their goal is often to elicit a specific reaction from you. They want to see you lose your temper, get angry, or react thoughtlessly, because when you fall into this trap, you give them control. You let them dictate your emotions and behavior, turning yourself into a puppet in their hands. For example, in the workplace, when a colleague spreads false rumors about you, their aim might be to make you angry, lose your composure, and react strongly. If you respond by arguing or retaliating, you will only escalate the situation and damage your image in the eyes of others. On the other hand, if you remain calm and do not react impulsively, you show that you are not easily manipulated by them. You maintain control over the situation and do not let negative emotions dictate your actions. Another example is in a romantic relationship. When you and your partner have a conflict, they might intentionally say provocative things to upset you. If you respond with anger, yelling, or arguing, you have allowed them to control your emotions. But if you stay calm and do not react negatively, you demonstrate that you are not easily drawn into unnecessary conflicts. Understanding that resistance sometimes equates to failure helps you maintain calmness and better control in any situation. Number 9. Observing the argument from the sidelines. When you get pulled into an argument, emotions can easily flare up, and we often feel compelled to defend our opinions at all costs. However, this is when we are most likely to lose control, say things we shouldn't, or act in ways that worsen the relationship. Instead of reacting immediately, try stepping back and observing the argument from the sidelines. This not only helps you maintain your composure, but also provides valuable lessons. Firstly, taking a step back allows you to view the issue more comprehensively. You can observe how each person in the argument reacts, understand why they feel upset, and identify the weaknesses in their reasoning. This gives you a deeper understanding of the issue, beyond your own limited perspective. It is also an opportunity to practice listening and empathy. When you are not caught up in emotions, you listen more attentively, not just to the words being spoken, but to the emotions and motivations behind them. This helps you grasp the underlying messages the other party is trying to convey. Secondly, observing from the outside helps you develop emotional management skills. When you feel attacked or misunderstood, the instinctive reaction is to attack. But by choosing to stay on the sidelines, you give yourself time to think before acting. You can ask yourself, is this reaction really necessary? Will it help or just make things worse? Through this self-reflection, you learn to control your emotions and not let them dictate your actions. Finally, staying on the sidelines of an argument helps you realize that not every battle is worth fighting. Sometimes silence and calmness are the strongest responses. When you refrain from getting dragged into meaningless conflicts, you demonstrate confidence and a deep understanding. You also show the other person that you are not easily swayed by criticism or provocation. In doing so, you maintain respect for yourself and for others. Remember, winning or losing an argument isn't always the most important thing. Sometimes the most important thing is to remain calm, clear-headed, and to learn from the conflict itself in order to grow. Number 10. Setting personal boundaries. Personal boundaries help us define what is acceptable and what is not in relationships, thereby fostering mutual respect and maintaining balance in life. By establishing boundaries, you not only protect yourself from negative influences, but also help others understand your limits, leading to clearer and more effective communication. Personal boundaries can manifest in various forms, ranging from boundaries related to time, space, emotions, and even psychological aspects. For instance, you might set limits on your working hours to avoid burnout or decline to participate in conversations that make you uncomfortable. The key is to be aware of your own needs and have the confidence to say no when necessary. This can be challenging, especially if you fear disappointing others. However, remember that maintaining personal boundaries is not selfish. It is a way to care for and protect yourself. Furthermore, establishing boundaries helps you build healthier relationships. When you are clear about what you want and what you need to avoid, you will attract people who respect and understand you. Conversely, those who cannot accept your boundaries may not be the right people to sustain a long-term relationship with. Keep in mind that boundaries are not barriers, but doors that protect you and open up opportunities for genuine and lasting connections.